A retiree and his wife were living out their retirement. They had a pension, a Social Security, and a little money he had saved up in his 401k. He moved his 401k money into a brokerage IRA where he primarily owned stock in his former company. One morning, his wife awoke to a scary sight. He was screaming at her in a slurred voice. He was having a stroke. By the time they got to the hospital, he had lost all functions on his left side of his body, and his brain was damaged to the point where he could barely talk. This was a permanent condition. 2 months after the stroke, his company got into trouble and his stock began dropping rapidly. His broker called his wife and suggested moving the money to avoid any more losses, and she said, "Yes, move it." The broker said that he could not move it without her husband's consent. She wasn't on the account. She said her husband couldn't even speak. How could he give his consent? The broker asked if she had ever drawn up a power of attorney over his affairs. She said no. He had to tell her there was nothing he could do. The company folded and his portfolio of over $150,000 was gone. Folks, that's a very, very sad story, but it's a very true story. Being retired today is so difficult. There are so many things that can jump in there and just take away your money. There's so many mistakes that we can make in our finances when we're retired. And there's serious mistakes that can be devastating. There are so many new things out there to get you that you got to protect against. Identity theft, credit card scams, all the crap we get in the mail. And I'll tell you what, seniors are being targeted. They have enough, you guys have enough to worry about. You don't need anything else hitting you. Well, that's what we're going to focus on today, is some of the common mistakes that seniors make with their finances, things that they don't think about. The first one is power of attorney, like the story we just said. You need to establish power of attorney for yourself, with your spouse, or with somebody you trust, in case something like that happens to you, so people can make financial decisions for you if you're incapacitated. Power of attorney is so important, because you don't know when something's going to happen tragically like this. And if you don't do it, you're the only one that can make decisions on your money, you're going to be in trouble, just like that wife was. Now all that money's gone for her. There's also healthcare powers. If we find ourselves ending up in a hospital and we haven't established healthcare powers to somebody else, we're going to be in the same situation where we can't make a decision about whether we want to live or die. And if we were able to make the decision, we'd probably say, pull the plug. I don't want to drain my family's money just to keep me as a vegetable. But if you don't take care of that, nothing can be done. So get those established. Now this is something that we don't do. At the NWM Network, we have people that we can refer you to, which are, for that case, attorneys, to get these drawn up. And we'll be happy to give you names on that. But don't make the mistake of not having those set up. The next common mistake I want to talk about is umbrella insurance. Now this is something you get from the guy that does your auto and your homeowner's insurance. Why is an umbrella policy very important to you now? Well, being retired, you have an asset. You have money there. So if the simplest thing happens, a kid walks on your property, trips and breaks his arm, and the family doesn't think about it, but until they're at a party and they talk to their lawyer friend and they tell them the story, and the lawyer just does a little research and finds out who lives at that address and sees that it's a 65-year-old, he's going to start thinking, well, maybe they got some money. And maybe we want to go after them. That stuff happens in our country. An umbrella policy protects you. It protects you if you are at fault in an accident and you get sued. It protects you and it protects your retirement. The last thing that you want to have happen is have your retirement become somebody else's retirement. And a simple, inexpensive umbrella policy can do that. So we encourage you to look into that. Now, the next thing is asset titling. Now on our handout, we've kind of got a couple pictures that are kind of showing you the things we're talking about. Asset titling is probably the most important. How you have your money set up. Is it in your name? Is it in your wife's name? Is it in both your names? These little things can just trip you up. It's like the old saying, the devil's in the details. Well, when you go into a nursing home, whose name's on what means everything. Don't make the mistake of having your assets titled improperly. There's too many things that can trip you up. A big one is divorce. Where assets are titled and divorce happens, oh my goodness, it's a mess. You need to have that checked out. You need to see how your assets are titled and how that affects different areas of your financial life. The last common mistake we want to talk about is people's failure to understand how Social Security benefits are taxed. Don't make the mistake of just saying, well, you know what, I get what I get and they take some tax out. No, you need to understand how it works, because there is some strategies you can put in place to lower the taxes. Now, way back when, FDR promised us that when we started getting these Social Security benefits that they would never tax them. Well, in 1983 they amended that. And they can't, whoever was in office back then, we don't want to get into a political discussion here, but they came in and changed that and they started taxing Social Security benefits. Now, how they tax them is what's important to you, because there's different thresholds. It all determines whether you file your taxes jointly or as a single person. Most of us in here, if you're married, you're filing jointly. So there's a certain level of income. If you make above that, you might have as high as 85% of your benefit taxed. Now, if you make a little bit lower, you might only have 50% of your benefit taxed. And if you're way down there with your income, they're not going to tax any of your benefit. Now, the mistake that people make is with your investments. If you own CDs or mutual funds or anything that's not an annuity or wrapped up inside of a qualified IRA account, you're paying taxes on that money each year. Now, what people fail to understand, and the mistakes made, is they don't realize that that is part of their income. So that number that we talked about, those thresholds, if you got CD and you're getting the interest each year, you're paying taxes on it, and that might be bumping you up to where now you're paying 85% instead of 50%. So when you look at the rate of return you're getting on your CD, if you're getting kind of hosed on the tax side with Social Security, you're really not making that much money. And that's what we want to explain to you, is how it works. And how do we help you with that? We just need to take a peek at your tax returns and your investment statements, and we can tell you, hey, you know what? You might want to switch this to an annuity, because annuities are tax-free. It doesn't have to be in an IRA. They're tax-deferred. You don't have to pay taxes on them each year. So that might be a good strategy to lower that Social Security benefit tax. Now, there are a lot of other mistakes, but just because of time, we can only cover a few today. Please flip that paper over, complete the other side, and let us know who you are, so we can give a call and come and sit down with you and go through things and see if you have a power of attorney set up. We can give you a referral on that. See if you have healthcare power set up. Do you have an umbrella insurance policy? It's nothing we sell. We just want to make sure you have it. That's what we do, is we educate you on matters of financial planning. We want to look at your assets. We want to run an analysis to see if the way you have your assets titled, if there's any trouble areas there that we could help you with. And then also, again, looking at your tax returns to make sure your Social Security benefits are in line and they're being taxed properly. Well, I want to thank you today for listening. I really hope you take us up on the appointment. It's completely free of charge. And we never charge to sit down with any union members anywhere in the country. So thank you for listening, being very attentive, and we hope to see you soon. Thanks.